Kwesi asuje nka mo nyina.
Not the same breeze so. Now, and no pay ye ni ekre offenso north empotamo. Na kuro bi afa ni sadwin dabi. Ewo offenso north eni nkuro tu atwa ho ahia. Omo nyina ara hosem a woka ne sa ye ti omo afri Ghana mu ya dodode national cake aye chiche no. Dwen dabi for de ye ma bi enso omo so kra ekwampa ne ye ka ho asem suku adan ensupa nkane asem telecommunication network yi eni de keka ka ho ma asetene mu ye de. Neme nipa niji wa brabo mu no yeyi afiri wo mu wa kyese wo nyese yeyi afiri ho ne mum ye nchema wo mu bi enso afi bia mfie na bi wo to aba Dominic Dut yensem training a oton krefre offense no ne important amane ode aba no peni
Offenso North eka mensin ahodo a ewa asante mantem no ho ufiri Kumase kropon mu ekoho no mu a ekwan wakora uduru Offenso North mensin no mu a ewo nkroto ahodo pii ehyehyɛ ase baako ne dwendabi ekuro dwendabi edin no mu odu esanse se wa anwene dabi a wanamontu a wutu ne nei unhunu animu yie nana ose bedi ako ene dwendabi hene uduru dwendabi a ne nkuro nketua ne bi ne miawani kobiri so pro so jama nkrom ene pii a ekeka ho omanfo a etete dwendabi nkonyansa aseso no wadi amia asetena mu aden pa ebia wo ma ebetena ase asua de ho aden akwanya atwa won ho ahia enmpo de yenka anka mpese kane a obedam eba ne se yemfa abefo kwan so enti oyonko nka onka ho bikura wenyina ka bomu a se wa mia wani na wa anwen dabia untumi ntena kuronim enkamea ye se ekuro no edin enimu asetena eya yepe mrahye bedwani a wo ho sesei ene owura Collins intim ankane no na DCE eyo owura asare bedi ako enei odomankoma atonsa afre no onyame emfa ne kransi yeye pomabu a yebo bihyem nti na nado danko akufuado Ghana mampanyin ebo owura Abet Sefa Boampondin se omeye DCE ema Offenso North mansin no ofama mre ne amane kwan so agyi no tumu a wabesi owura asare bedi ako anan ananu bi dwendabi hene na wose bedi ako etu anamon se obesrasra enkroto a ehye nase ni bi na wahunu omanfo wonom hawpa okoduru miawani no awose gu no esanse ufri miawani ekronim eko kobiri so no ensu a etwa wontam no ema wontumi eni nkuta ho yie abakosam kyerɛ se enipa baako mpo atonsuo nim ahwere ne nkwa anamon a watuo ene aban mu mpanyimfo akasa nyina akoye te se wasa akapoma na wanwam osunsunsusu a enisuo firi wontirim ena eba onyaboafo bia na wose bedi ako efa to ne ho so se obebɔ moden na wone ne manfo adi nkomo ahwe kwampa obetumi aboa amasa ohawa edamia woni ene kobiri so titiro no obetumi aso ano na enkofa atoye nkyem ene mpatuwo bia emmere wo manfo esanse ekura wotimu no wamia wani dada ene wotimu edikan no wofa adwen se so obetumi ama wonom a ewo miawani akokobiri so na ahyan atumi adi akoniaba agese woye nsamso fotokasa bridge no bi wonyansamu no woye se obebo moden na woye enwiade se de ebeya ebeboa omanfo asetena anya bia kura no won ho be han wonom kakra na wose bedi ako ede to womanfo anim ema wogitum se obeboa ama waye sansamso no wo frɛ se emema mra de wo mesomu a enegi a wode kro no ehye na ose bedi akunkran pa enei odomankoma dawroma ensamso no wawie hwese ehyen etumi efaso ampa wadwen dabi ena wamia wani Oyerepa nsem twreni Dominic Dut kodi ho adranse ema omanfo ewie sansam so yi no wonom ene no bonkomo
efrim na tenten nyina no ye wo kwan kuma bi won mo a efa efrim ye wani koka asa we kobleso na ekwana sey efrim na tenten emre bia no DCO MPO omu nyina ye don be kira o mo se gisa aban bam ye twa de no ho a ye ntiase nanu ya ye wo ho no ye nka bi nshem ye ti ye hu aprakopa se nana bedi akon ayo odwene be hene oba aprakopa se opase oboya me ye bridge no na asembe nie DC ya bam MP abam ankosiaga na wono sebe woye wo hene die na hodin bedru fahin ampeniampa o ma dom no nyina ba ya ye foso ye ho ati ye foso ye ho saa babu aye ma ono akofa timafo ye betwa be protest o mabubu nu egu ho matimafo betwi nu ya begu nsu na no ma ye in fact na se obedru ne wani na pro oprokobla so obedru onu esie ya ugbo say yes na bedi akon wa ye nu mama ye nyira ye tede ye wie ye peko ye wie ne kakura medwene kura no a ye nyira nti ase tini ade ne setie no in fact ye ni ati ankada me ani fo de se de na bedi akon ye de hu nyina he ne nsa akwa bia da ho kire bia baba yesu bia no emmoa wa de aboye no onfa so saa no moa ye obia no mo a obedi atum se behu bridge na se na bedi akon na aboya ye saa bridge na maya obia no obedi di da nti mesramo wo protest o maboye madaloma munyina momfa odo saa me nyina enye adwuma maye ntimi entoye na ya da wase bebebe boya saa boye esia nansen na bedi akon a ye kana asemu ya wo ya odwile behini na anu ye ho no saa oso obe sola wo be mi wani wo de sola be si ho no akumienu a esi ade sa ekronum ye hyen ebra aban ho aban ntimi mmoa enye hwe ma ye kania pole kra ye ntimi sibi so na bedi akon atuma fo so ma ye sia no sola ewo mi wani abonten so
wono mu a aka wo kire wani so no e kire mu se kasa da ho se wo yi praye ba ko a enebuo ukabom mu a ne bu eye buna no eye no kura turodo nkabom emampuntuo eba oto aso se enkamea ye se eduru abato bere a ena amanyofo ehunu se wo ba ofenso nof mansi no mu a omo wo kuro ketua bi wo ho a enipa timu a ye fre no mia wani sesi ya de omani da so nyina akose wonom hinimu oyodoma nkuma afiri ho a ebe nso so ebo wo hene yaba so kire se afoforo ensua no titiru omanfo a enya abepa ebo anadwe nhyehyeye ama enei wanyamu anigye ebimu nso so kire se wonom hawo kese pa ene de na bedi akon atumi aya aso anoi ewo mu se ebi ka ho de no wogidie se ebre kɔ na animu no obenya asetena pa
ye na bedi akwa ye de yamisha na bebre yamisha na bebe se watima be boa ye ama bidwu bi we nye na asem abanya ba mu abre na ya timi wantima anya hwe amwa ye but ono ba ye ne de yamse nka nokore me na metima ka se o chan MP bebre se de MP ba wantimi anya no a ono abaye de o chan MP enti de wa ye ne da na se bebre ene enkamoma ade kakra meka ne se se wo kurom na mote ho na se ebia bibi koso na se munyina mamfa nkamom amwa mo anye na mo de mani to aban so de a entumi muaye na yen fa ye nyanto aban so ye sori a ye kabo mu eye adwuma na konkan enti ye ma senti te nyina se na bedi akone ye da na se bebre ewo ne wa ya amaye onkoso no muaye na ye kura ye woyi entumpon emaye na ade me ya ne se eduru abato a omuni mabie mienu kuru ehye a omutumi ede omoka so tutum eba na eduru abato so yenim obi anama efre no yenim ba bia obi afie ehye ekwa kokrokro no se yento abama no na se onya obeba beboa yen ise yetoma no mudi wi a wa obi anim ba bia obi atibiem yenim ba bia mienu kuru te ewo biem but im se ye hemfo no so de omodwene ye ho hemfo no eboa yen omodwene ye ho nte sei ye yamfa ani nto aban so biem
na we nso aye ya na ye na te se ne be ya be ko ama obi anso ani ahu bi se de be ya nkabo mu aye ye na ha no nkonfo bi nso be de ebe de be sua na omo so mo ade abo omo ho ban ya se na ono na be de akọ na ye da na se bebre ekwan a anaasɛ badaya wanya ɔde bɛ boa ne ntimamfo hanom na yɛwɔ no yɛyɛ adwuma bere yɛ adwuma nyina yɛ afumadwuma nti yɛyɛ na yɛnya adwuma noma no wi kwan a bɛfa so na yɛde akɔ edwa ne nasefo na yɛde na mayɛ ekwantia a yɛwɔ sɛ MPs anaasɛ bia ɔwɔ na amamu ha na yɛ ɔmo de no ɔmo bɛgyina na ɔmo boa yɛ ma yɛ den yɛtimi ɛyɛ kwantia na ɔmo ntimi mɛboa yɛ da bia na ɔmo de ɔmo na abɛto so na ɔmo kɔ enso sanso ɔhene no wɔ bata na ɔde ma ne kromfo na sɛ etimamfo ne ntino wama na nani ayɛ den akɔ ho nti waboa yɛ wɔ nneɛma bebree ho a awɔ sɛ yɛda nase nti mo a mo ba bibia no mo so mo mfa ɛnyɛ sɛ de mo bɛyɛ ayɛ nkabo mo ama mo kromfo so ɛyɛ ɛtumpɔn
na ha kakra na ha yɛ wɔ mposa so no na bidi akwada wo ma asa boy pa o sa kwantie yɛ mu na ha so no ayɛ wɔ no asɛ yɛ kodwuma ya na obi ayɛ nya adwuma fufu bia ka bi sa ho school sam so no tme pluvu ba sɛ bia school sam yɛ bɛyɛ okuru so ya na jago ti ade ba ko ha yɛ pa so no sa de no tmi twa ho boss ana bes bona ai basa udu so ha udi so na ba mienu kugu no wo ko sia ni fa so wa eno so na nchen fine aha so no ye boss ya wa bet me de me penye slim boss ni bi enso no omutimi DC anate MP ba ha omutimi ni happy to omanim enso omutimi moaye anase oma obutum na omuhwe uba se kwa ba anban ko siaga
ebia wode wani hunu a yabobɔ nkyɛnsen den ankane no na wotokoko wɔ ha bɛsɛ mfie nwɔtwini ɛna miawani mpanyimfoɔ ɛyɛ nhyehyɛ sɛ ɛbɛyɛ yi a nka wɔdane na wɔde ayɛ sukuu dan sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ bɛboa ama wɔn mmɔfra ntɔtɔfeewa no wɔn betumi anya baabi atena na wɔnya adesua na wɔahoɔden ntumi ɛnu nti ɔbɔ aban mu mpanyimfoɔ amaneɛ yɛ kekanfo no ɛdampan ara DCE ɛne MP ɛna ɔde to wɔn no anim ekowi aseɛ cementi a wɔne huni ɛne de aban mu mpanyimfoɔ etumi de brɛ wɔnom sɛ wɔn fa nyɛ adwuma ɛnam sɛ na wɔn tumi enya sika ɛntɔ cementi fo sua aka akyiri paa ekuro miawani timamufoɔ emia wɔnom ani ampa anya saa ontumi ntena wɔnom bia ɛtete asuagya wɔn patam hɔ no deɛ nsuo ho asɛm ɔden titiru eduru pebre mu a di wɔbɛnom gye nyame bam ɔmanfoɔ de adesrɛdeɛ ato mpanyina anim sɛ wosia kyinya wo da ɛhɔ na wotafrɛ ɛwɔ mu sɛ waka wɔ haw pii nanso so wonya muayɛ deɛ na nsamkan ɛda hɔ sɛ abɔso baa ɛna megya payeɛ no ɛno nti ɛna ɔno Oyerepa nsɛm twerɛni Dominic Dutu ɛkasa no
ɔsenuanom sogyafoɔ a ɔmo nsu n'agya no okura nyame anim nsu ho asɛm deɛ ɛden ma ɔmo so okokuru no so kɔhwɛ a nsu a ɔmɛnom no ɛni hɔ ɔmo ba bɛsa nsu wei baade a yɛ ma werɛho no paa ne sɛ epesi ne sɛ nsu wewi a but nsu a ɔmɛnom no ɛden so obohu nsu a ɔmo sa de kɔ akɔnom a ɛyɛ werɛho enso asaafoɔ no so no edu abato a aban no anim ɔmo nanso wokɔhwɛ ɔmo nsu a ɔmo nom a na ɛyɛ werɛho ukokuru no so kɔhwɛ a mo wi a pɛsɛ mo betwa nsuo no na mo wɔde nsuo na kɔkyerɛ nsuo a ɔmo nom ɛne sɛ wi a ɔmo nom no kɔyɛ manim ɛyɛ werɛho enti ɔmo mmoa wɔ mo pipe baako kora na ɔmo mpɛ bi ɛmfa mbɛma ɔmo soso na ɔmo soso nyɛ dɛ enti minya sopa ne yɛ dɛ ɛnom na ɔmo ho so yɛ dɛ ɛntɔ ɔmo firi sɛ da ne nyinaa yɛtwa bridge no ba bɛse no kɔmio no kɔto aba ɛde ma mo nanso ɔmo nsuo abɛnom ayɛ de enti mɛsrɛ aban ɔmo mmɔden na mo mebra ɔmo nsuo pipe baako sɛ de bɛyɛ a ebetumi aboa ɔmo
acha ade a yɛ afiri miwani ha ne sɛ yɛ afuntudwuma wɔ ha amom sukuu nkwalaa na ɔmo kankan yɛ ho by 3 years ta nkwalaa no ati ɔmo hia sukuu awa kuro ha enso sujafoɔ na ɔmo ara ɔmo nkwalaa nso wɔ hɔ a ɔmo yɛ 3 years nkwalaa a ɔmo ntumi kɔ baabi a ɛwɔ ama ne yɛ yie ma ɔmo nti ɛfa hɔ no hanso nsunsam so yɛ den ma ɔmo na miwani nso nsuo no yɛ papo no yɛ baako nti nana badia ko waboyɛ afiri saa kwan no ho de kwan na waboyɛ firi saa tam we yɛ kɔ no so yɛ wagidi sɛ sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ no na panyimfoɔ nso ɔmo hunu a ɔmo nim sɛ kwan no ayɛ yi ama yɛ wi no nti ɔmo nso mba gyina na ɔmo nso mboa nkwalaa no a school asam aboa kuruno ama nyinifo no yeso yani age
ye maame die wɔkyerɛ ɛhawa adwadifoɔ ekom bio wayo ɔbaatan ɛyawa wɔte ɛwɔ ne mma ɛho ɔtoa so ɛkyerɛ nsɛm ahodoɔ mu ɛkyerɛ Dominic Dut
ɛkwan yɛ fa so kɔ abɔfoɔ ɛkwan no nyɛ abɔfoɔ na di dwa yɛkwan no nyɛ ketekete koraa nsuo tɔ a ɛna nsuo tɔ ɛkwa kampo ɛbi ma ha wokasa ɔmafa nneɛma a wɔmma yɛ nneɛma yɛyɛ brɛbɛ ma boya so bɛfɛ kɔma yɛ mpo ase yɛn bɛyɛ bɛpie na yɛ asɛm nsuo tɔ aboya no ntimi nkɔ aboya fa no afasɛn akra no nneɛma nyinaa ka de bɛyɛ na ahwemi ansa koraa na ɛnya nkɔdwa nti yɛsɛ aban sɛ wɔn hu mɔbɔ no ɔmayɛ mmoa na afei wɔntuna ni mahwɛ yɛn yɛmiani fɔ so na ɔmayɛ kwan ma yɛn afei ne ɛtɔ so yɛ sukuu so mmɔfra nketenkete no ɔmo susua ɔmo twa kwan kɔ bi sukuu mpanyinfo na timi kɔ nkɔla ntimi nkɔ yɛ mmɔfra no mo ɛyɛ saa na mmɔfra no aka akyi ɛbɛrɛ ba bɛfɛ sɛ mmɔfra no bɛhɛ asese kɔ sukuu na ɔkɔ bɛyɛ mfie du ana mfie nwɔtwe ansa na yɛ sɔsɔ na ɔmo nkɔla ɔmo nnuanoma sɔsɔ ɔmo nsa mpanyinfo na di nkan na sɔsɔ ɔmo nsa ɔdo mo kɔ eti bɛ saa na akɔla no fie kɔ bebrebe nti ɔkɔ sukuu di kɔ nkan akra bi a na wɔgyae ɔgya sukuu no ɔhwɛ wɔ no ne mfie bi edo no ɔhwɛ obi ɔkɔɔ na obi wɔ no a afei wɔ sɛ ɔgya sukuu no na sukuu no ɔbɔkɔ na yɛ nkora na yɛ basa ne yɛ sɛ aban sɛ yɛ sɛ nse ɔmo hu mɔbɔ na wɔn twɛ ni bɛhwɛ yɛ kwan na afei sukuu so wɔn yɛ nanka yɛ so yɛ dɛ yɛ mmɔfra na ti manya baabi agyina ama yɛn
Nana ɔsɛe bedi ako ɛne dwendabi hene ɔne Dominic Dut ɛbɔ nkɔmɔ no wɔkyerɛ de ɛhyɛ ne nkuran a wɔyɛ nsamsoɔ yi ɛde maa ne manfoɔ ebio nkanea nsɛm a ayɛ ɔmanfoɔ dadwen no ɔde adesrɛdeɛ ɛto mpanyinfoɔ anim wɔsi so dua sɛ ne wura asante hene otuufoɔ ɔsɛ tutu ɔtɔ so mmienu anamontu a wɔde boa kɔnfo anɔkye ayaresabea no ɛkyerɛ sɛ aban nko antumi nyɛ na nanom nso yɛ bie yie ahyɛ ne nkuran paa ɔbɛkɔ so aboa ne manfoɔ
last year medisimeni so sɛ medua nnua afa nsumasu a ɛdeda yɛ ha no ɛho na dwumadi ni mu no na ebipie sɛ supro yi ho ebedu ho na odukura a wo mi woni ha de to menim sɛ nana nsu ade a edi nya pa na nipa kora wium da enti ɛsrɛw bɛboae na yintumi nyɛ atweno nto so ɔkae no ɔmo saa miani mpanimfoɔ saa ba me ho bi saa de beto menim na hu sɛ ɛsɛ sɛ ɛbɛboa ɛno nti contractor bi wɔ Pumha, friend of Mr. Konedu, do not friend of Kofielu, because so my trata, then from Pine could be near Ramay, T. the Baba Share, Bridge, no, and Copu Prater, and I many Munich Chronets, as a say, ya, your boy, and did you median a whole dinner and the eye the bay, or Matias and Queen, or Munado of Donia, the car, about why am I medi. Na uba ni yeye juma se do ba ye obehu ye efekeke na ayema hoho a ayeme eni so ayeme nje se obi dadwene wotimi de to menim na metumi aye metima boa amaye ewum se eyinua bridge de nanso mehu se ama akone abadie no aye ha afesu so no se obi behwere no nkwa nsu so se the first obi etimi hwere no nkwa no menyini se ebeba biom enti manage sena na osebili akọ menso metimi aboa ama afoforo ho atoe na ubisa se light no so ayen kre ye pom ha ya kan ye ne amanyofo aka kan asem enya kenya enti no se ayeboa ye ho enti akoto to solar street lights na ye dia bobo kronum se de uba ye ho ye no bobo kronum se aja ade san na Kenya na so ama enempo yigide se sakura ba akoko transfer kura na usua de na ohun bibia eno so ye moa e betumi di aboa ama yakopon so so ehrai enti dwumadi ne de ye di betumi se de beboa my Ghana ohwe yura otumfo a santimawura ohwe de popentwam akakọ enu Conformity Teaching Hospital lecture se ehimfo so yewo dwumadi a yenia ye betumi aye amana boa ye kase de na eto aban kwa so anhwe bidu ye so no ne ma nyina agyesem enti yeso so nso ni nipa ne betumi bia ye beye
ye kan we you amanfo asetenem akone abadie eho ha wo firi ho a baako a esada wonom akoma so a wo hwehwe akire kwan ne se aban betima abeboa wonom na watumi ene afoforo ade nkuta ho wo tetefon so esan se internet ebi ni kuronim wonom abeye nhoma ekire se enche bia obenya nkane ade na nso so wo se wo frɛ aban se ema wonya wonom ajeje mu wo moa wonom nana osei bedi ako ene Dominic Dut ebonkomo
de besra ban ne se sisi ya baba wo ya enkuru no amaye de wo ya beguso ye ba beto primary sim no de beguso maye esra ban so onhu emobo na ombehwe na oso menya enkenya na detective network you need access to internet you need bia enti said we are said a global village na o baby a ntimi free bi no ntimi free on ya de ya homete pa school for baby o ha o me online courses and so internet ne yini ani ntina o ntimi enyi bi besra ban so me si 17 post bi e wo ha mai na fe ya kwan eni nkanya sem eni nsu sem no o boy
Ghana manfo Dwendabi ene ni kuro miawani ewa ofenso north mansinum ehun komo ene ya boy abamu mpanyimfo wonoma wonsem wobie e obetumi aye wonom moa enwen dabi na wo miawani na omo manfo na moa ma Ghana mpuntuo entumi nkonani
Ebusiafo ye de Dwendabi nkomo no ebesi ha adwuma wo ho esesa ban eye papaapa omafo ni nyina to aba aban no oma nani nkɔ hɔ na de ehia wo mo no ɛyɛ no man ketenkete bi onkoye emfama wo na setena mu enyemre emfama omanfo no medin de Kwesi do amde mu si asɔre ama PSC lad the health and lifestyle mu nyina
yasan atena biem ebrana so say ye the health and lifestyle ebremo metremu e de ma PSC ladi enne nyame adom ye say nya wo soronko wa ha ye ne betwetwe nkomo e de afa mabunu say wo mo ahokeka ye wo kuadwuma mu titiri pa ene ye behwe enwa yen anokwasem ebi mu chese enwa ahode wo mu eso papapa na ne bo na ye den esan say kanena na ekonwura mu kofa nwa no yenya biemu sa e wo se ye ne ana ye na mabunu ba ye dan ne ayen nwa no yetima nya bienya sa ahoden no nti na ye ne ora Evans Ochre ene ebedi nkomo ye oye kwani ene wo sa ye agric extension officer kwada so municipal ena owo ye na hia pen na nkomo no ko ye dede mu panti ne asa na ba no udiefo na sabre pena manie na menemo de ahia yi sina aboko de
Another man who
is some fro senior because I'm usually a queenie. I'm senior now. Na emabunu womo keka ewo kredwumamu in general at the saying na fe ye limit ya ho ehwe enwa no se pese ye bia e be den
that's any akwanya ho de ma no pe na e be che oyepatifu yin asoso therefore emabunu no so de me nyakwanya bia me ka me kire ma yehu first na nyama jigu sa na ma maburu youth no akwa mbefa so a wodon be wura kwadwuma no no mutwetwe mutisan ma na mafutuo no encouragement ne de agrek ni mu yede no omoba
se mu yede
omoba brado omoba kaka na wo se yekoso a na ye bohu dawru ne mu hu bu ana opepa sanko obeye ba wa na nimdieni ni ho a support very good agree na nkasa na ebi ni ubotumu a ene nya na betumi wa hoden aye bo ho bi o woni medie no but die no de ye onisika na hoden kra onisika kra ho a na nke bia no ho de so betumi ado abu nchinu ya edua de o dua senko betumi ba bi ni ho sa so be fa na deep because o betumi aye eno ka ho na ama enyema bi aye de na kra ba se de ye
nyama mu etreba kakra eba
edase yehwe emabu na tese ya no ede wakoma so pese owura mu yen enwa ene pese ya de nkomo no hwe enwa no de na onye anamo be na odi kan tu a ebeboa no
medase ne tentene ni tio na tofa bom nya ne se enwa ayira me nka se enwa ayira very good na ekwan be so na afa so ma enwa ayira na bi ye jasisi ya ne sisi basa eno eka ho ana yensa asa yes na ye garamsu ni ada yintim kipu ye forestry ni yie no ni na so ka ho ena spray no chemicals na ye nyuma wo yimfu mu ni ada no ni na aka ho bi
ye de shiwura ni na
very good eno so ka ho bi na ma nwa ye ayida fezo ba ni en shada enya nwa Bensuo eyi ntie se de egugugu na wokono mo tena saa ni nyina aka ho bi na ma ye na namotimi wo dodo no wo na ewo ho na eboa ma eti akohoma sika so o ti ase
kase bia ka obekase enwa no ma wo tina me yese
ya na eboa nyema be ma musa na se ubotomo de na se kakra wo ho a akra ube wo a wo mfa ho ube support no wo ho very good ni nyina ni nyanyama bi free but enne ni nyina ayira ana maye madwen se no awoso amagigi nyina eye 2020 best innovative farmer 2021 best youth farmer 2023 overall this is best farmer ni nyina enwa ka ho ni nyina always bi omo ba hu se enwa
ti wanga sa wo enwa
I'm telling you meaning wa kra na more than 2000
mako
ni nyina ka ho ena ema megie na de wo mu ni ana opeti se obi e kan bra na besua nwa yen bra na besua nwa yen enwa ho asem ni nye buku na obefa abeka nwa ho asem ti da bia me kasa de me maye amana ye na sa successful no ene ho asem na meka enti kwan ye befa so a ye betimi aye nwa ma nwa ye na enwa bu ma nya bia we because na se nwa me ka the head benefit aye wo enwa ma akire wa ene ye umfiri hanko because enwa ebe me sika no odi ase eme aduane eme sika no na afi so ese ma apomudene ansa na apomudene kura no so no ne shares no traditional ne de ye any beautification ne you know umukonkro no kura eno so wa adimu anyima bi de ye yenko
ye pesa wo ma ye wuram ne yen no ye wi ya ba health benefits ne so nti twere to o ma me health benefits de be ba so pa
beti ase the woman ye be yenwa ekwa be ne be paso ye be yenwa nana didi kan wo be pe enetie soil ai de yenwa enye ne ti bia ne de yenwa
amebusa wo
etie pontie ne yi pa
afonwa na say
very good nyame shao pa ndi o ma ya no mo kire nwa ye no ene o manyo opportunity ma dawo ma mo ntie enye ne tie bia ne de yenwa ye wo ne tie ye sandy lumi e ka sandy lumi a soil aye feta eno anya anwa eno so a enye sa
but aye
no ho tuntum ase kokko eno na nwape na wo wi a kwan fa so ye no so no hwe uko Facebook a we ye de amanfo betuto ni bi no ma yi go no bi no that box se producer betimi ni box no ye nwa wo mu no ato ho a ye wo de ye ne wo fom wo be ibi ka ta ye kura betimi ye bi wo mu ka ta ye betimi ni ato ho we mu na me ye me nwa bi no me ye wo mu fom did they Facebook that like
that TV so
very good we ene ye nwa wo
to asase no
me pa so an fie no me asase no na me ye no nti we say baby en sidi ho ka betimi di Kwesi what I say nya problem bia to nya eye box no ewie say pa now do net ye no so ye kwan fa so tuti ye kwan mienu nya net ye no wie a undi mfa ngumu saa obi ana enkanka wom enkakape omu nyina be ene sakasaka sensitivity no o betimi aku enwa no nti wo se wo tweet wo so ye no e do be ne se wo de net ye ni begu box yi mu na wo de koko ahan na se fe ahan body ahan awo ni bi no na wo de agu net ye no so na de nso hie agu so wo de nso hie agu so a abo bia o mo bewu ba no nso amana ye hye nti wo de gu ahan no so a ene net ye no so abo bia o mo bewu
hit ni be ka
very good na mi shirawo nti abo be o mo bewu ekwa ba akoso no se open so a wo be che netie no ope de ye ma memu no mo de chigale bia na de sije na de netie na gum
de chenkate no
very good tu be nu mu ama mu se so ye ne be hye nti abo be mo bewu na wo hwie gu boto so me mu aido the kwan fa to tweet so ye no
I see
ni mi no na uwie so a da na wonfo mungum uja na be 2 days ansa na wo de nwan aba na nwan so muntie enye nwa ye to mo odwom ne ye wo mo
hey
de oto na odwom no wahye no kenten woni pan woni roba mu se de obi atwom obi hunu ato bi ti nwan no wo tene na wo hwe okpa na tatam na tum se ne hu ba bi bu wo tatam na tum to ne ko bewu ompa bi angata no so enwa so motamfo ba ko pa ye nwansena ai ndi obi na ni sister nwansa ne siso a obebo so ama na wu ndi wo no oton se ye ba wie na ye nton se ye koye no ndi sa o ye nwa mesra mo ntina mo ye na mo frɛ na menwe mu wenwu eye noa e bia mo de mu afiri na wo ba ye nwa obi a oye bi dada environmental condition bibia ewu na da wo hye ba bia oni hawo ena se de wo forest mu ayede ne ba no kro no yede ne ba nsem wo ho kese boto no mdu begum no omo no kuko aha ne anwo mu begum na ansa no mde wona gum na poso anka mo manwu nti wo wi ansa na wo do ma ba begu
there is a conditions wo
very good ansa na wo do ma ba begu box no mu no na de wo mu box no so a eba ne be fidi wo mo ye nto enwa aduane wo efense supermarket ansa do so anase edwum die di no fie no nwa dibi ni mum nsakra ne sunsun ebi dantamu enwa nuane amo enwa pepa ye bofra han emno no mowe bofra aduane na gasa omowe cabbage omowe dandelion bokoboko oti asie sa ha me boso ni nyina enwa epe but me wadawo my secret gare gare ayedi ya eno one of my secret this me na me no ye nwa sesi ya maybe itu
mundi gare pa
dare so am ye best
o ma say school for no
wo de nwo kakra ye kwan wo de bibi nti ma me nye ne sei ye wo de nwo kakra be so do bi a wo so ofa no so na wo de si mu bi wo me kasa so no mutu
eno otuguma na say wo de gu adiem
e kwan fa so do mu nuane ma wo mo no ye spreading wo mu bu no mu sa wo pa abatowia kese na wo twetwe mo aduane na ye de agum na opede wo be say nsusu aka ho no so the same thing en fa de ye plastic abatowia na no nsu gum because on wanu nsu na no nsu gum wo ho woti ase na we su gum but omu di this ade achi a ifrim omo odwe pa omo odwe very good se gum cha e pai moa mo an so ba de asembe bre wo mo na do madu ana sa ne no twetwa gum ade ama wo mo na de wo mu nie enwa obeye nwa me obi amaye nwa ho adwuma more than 6 to 7 years no me ngoto nwa akese se me ba be yen ne one ne bo no e wo soro watoa dumne bia
ni yamu yapa
very good
do ya twa wo bra
entope enketo nti nwa yo large medium and small entofa small ni medium no o kan bom nti no afate wo bo udi nsuo pete so o ewo bebi o moda no nso nwa nti na nsuo to ana mo tene ba no ti se wo de aduane
eno no ye wo ba ne be ma na say
very good obusa question enwa hermaphrodite nti wo be ye nwa nya pe na akopɛ nwa ba akopɛ nwa ba ma omu nyina ato na emu asɛm wo ho
no so dia asɛm
e wo sɛ nwa mienu hia na ni hia meme ba ma no bɛba wo ba em na wo so ba ma na ba meme ba em
you know mo ti feelings scratch any pa because Chris Cross na ano ba den pa
anya sa kosua na nya feta wo beto batem pant wo ne
se ni fa de 1-1 pa ba mo de 2 ti we wura ha na we wura ha na omo feeling very deep
say yeah nya ma product
I did tell me to channel
very good in this o feelings what feel we are me dem feeling you into chetu emo ni if you was say yemi yedi nya cross boom na ekosua no me de na ye feta na so de na ye feta eno ene betimi apaye ti wona mo anwura mkramo se bia kusua enwano kosua go na ampaye wa nya crossing anu nti de go sa no
o mutimi to be sen
enwa be ba ma 400x enwa baako
eno ya afia na nso ana
afi mu nyina no enwa a wo si to kwan so wo to ma 4 to 6 litini so wo nwa maako 10 na wo na
enwa baako wo so obetimi ato be sen
obetimi ma 406x of once per year and
eno wo to no bere
and obetimi ato 4 to 5 times a year dupa yempa 400 and times 6 decided 4 what the 4 times 6 years very good as what man say
no amount 3,600 ho baby
very good and the omugu so no kra emu yempa 3,000 na wona wo si wiase nyina mun papa ye de say odiefo The ton one about 5 cents, 5 comes at 3,000.
35, 15. 150. 15,000 Ghana cedis. 150 million.
That's fine.
And what about the amount?
A year.
Now, Canada, that's what
I mean. Let say, Nana.
Yeah, I can read your granite, your KBI.
Unyai, besides, and why ain't here labor? So, company per beer, but say, Behang one about to make your
car. My yaka home.
And it is 7 corners said, which me took about 3 4 months when I'm feeding Wakana. And what bet me do some me and Sunday only no down no. Into my yang, Sika womb, no more children is sweet and young tree mumu.
Okay, Mammy Musa, Fanasa, yes, studio, and I said we were dying back on single room. Over to my Yanama, you pass wine. Chinchina also bought a dracan system.
There be in the higher way. Once I have Bobby and Whitby with a hand. Very good. The hand said, you didn't see. I come on. You never Bahanum. What I say, you didn't see him every good hand we are. You bet me to be a man can crowd. I dare make my baby. What to be a light to her for the things to her. And she not a duty and a hand. A year more her, ye into them her. I found about 10,000. Wow. Dangote, Nigeria. One another, no where the Mr. The whole word. One another a lady sniper. My saying, Nana, and one means I can say me, sir. Then you come back to some 2 million. And if I say, I can a few minutes. Okay. Fanny, my coffee was a medium on this morning. Yeah, start here. Minya more. Number starting more at Vienna, a bit bosom and say, no master tear trauma. So, what was a bit and Nasana, but you has any sika. Very good. Say one, me, I may have way. Minimum in Fibia and one of the minim. We did in Bibia, your quite your one who are Miss Machero. In fear with the one in this offer a fairness say small any a medium already might say or more to small no dependent size. I may be a class area independent size in what child should be 6 months you can also and where to or mature good now or two or two good at in France and what they be a spoon be plastic spoon now or the back when you pay and no this is here, and men was at one. Let's say the medium in the air. You know, the next 3 4 months, you can and one has here too. I believe to go on my pie woman be bar. No, ya can see any beer new mina. I can send it near, and sooner and a woman come home and go to one to the and now a moment carson. No more timini. And to be made in there, I'm the girl near that a moment. Now more shares and I had done. Team one o'clock to Kumbi and get one over there, Nanti Bidi, or Motene, and baby, I na and was so in sooner or turn it netino. And no, I got one to fossil. No, the new woman in few boom. This one more, and I'm saying her hand that you to the humanity more. You trouble for a brave or Tamil money idea. A boom on bedi. But what coming? A chip on Jenny pa. Shena cabbage a torn up 1 tenano. 1 pound of video on one. Okay, it's spray so. Now, me first opportunity to watch a man and say, Semuko Jum. Na cabbage gugu e mo abone bone be muntukru na bi so ye fresh ya moto de mo abone muntukru no eno na drum musu ntina abo ti me bi na ka se ne go na fresh no ya pausing ko mo na me dabro so e tamas very good ba we twa to ma no ha sika ne hia me okay o ma toto o ma pai nketo ano obedi boso me sai no onyina me ton ye yie no manya sika enwa edi 6 months ya o ye mature so we ye from 6 months go ye o ma ton wa for tira kwa tudwa mai nkoma no bisa fo ye ntimi ni nyina ne because time ni afa nti ye ma na de ne number na tudwa mo am mfra no mo ntete no na mo ha no wa ye kra do so baboa mo na on kire mo de mo ba ye papa papa so me number ye frame se na me ka kan wa tonsu yeah Genius Ramsey, but I agree on my fee. And I'm a number 0542 733 102 0542 733 102. Is Evans ever does it? You know, Evans, such Ochre, now in the day, a shianum. And one dear me, I saw me dinner china, watch me because and one number, I want the womb. Once you enter health benefits, but wouldn't that say I want to be Sabadachi beam near Batoso part 2 no. Yadana say, Adamusumasi. Na Yemia be a dinner than a mammy beam. Mrs. Margaret Duffier, and ne Ayawa, Mammy, or Yamisha, what an until an immature. Wauba, Kojo Christian, Yawajma, Oyerepa TV, and I was so happy birthday, Mrs. Margaret Duffier. Go so, and also if I go so home. Right, the mammy, Edasi. Dear phone and answer very penamani. It must say, I don't do me.
versa share da foforo Christ ibi wo ha bi ma na
Mechia, my wife, Mrs. Watch or Atusu, Mechia, and a gender ambassador, the queen of Adwa Gospel. Mammy Kwesi. Nana Michelle.
All right. So, Yedemusianum, CEO of Olisco Mama 24/7 Enterprise. Good morning, Oli. I want to say, Minister Hoye, Christ has been coming.
get a few clarifications. Someone say churches and I say Tiomuskakra because they've done a lot for the churches. Well, we'll find out because the churches has done a lot for Omainum. Well, we'll find out from him how things are going on the campaign tour. And say Emrebe Muswa will look at the legacies of John Mahama 4 years and Akufo-Addo 8 years. Now, since Akufo-Addo can't legacy no, a man for the consensus. We share John Mahama 4 years now. Or ye projects in Nina Sana Oko. But in 8 years, Akufo-Addo. We be numbered to do now on year. We'll look at all of that this morning on the show. Being at the Kwesi Parker Wilson. My guest this morning, I'm expecting a year the special aid to the former majority leader and MP for Swami, Richard Ajiman, NPP communication team member, and also aid to the former majority leader, that's what means Bonsu. And Richard Ajiman, I'm expecting him to come to the studio this morning. Now, NDC rep, it was for Honorable Haruna Yusuf, a former MCE, Offenso North, Offenso Municipal, that's the former MCE, Honorable Akwaba. Na biya boko dia.
Alhamdulillah.
Biya koko yi.
Inshallah.
I see.
Ebeda nyame ase. Paka mama kwanya ina menchia busianfo. Edin kan His Excellency. Ya me ka de bia say President John Dramani Mahama. Ghana is very lucky to still have him around. Ghana is still lucky to still have him around.
Ghana is still lucky to have John Dramani Mahama around.
And yes, Paka, the kind of mess that we are seeing. Now here candidate here who do you think has the metal to be able to steer us out of this if not President John Dramani Mahama and Nana Jane Obukwajima? The baby omobi a mechia omanopai. Nama danyamiase for their lives and the kind of personality they have carved for themselves over the period are Ghana for now. Maybe I mechia national chairman. Ne the kind of structures are what they to form going into the 2024 elections. Nipa mutu omo fono meja o masepa se enema omo ye no wow pack up say enye nema nyina ye na ebe ka ho asem but if I privy to some of the measures that have been put on the ground now but we say it's good to have leaders planning for you na ma ba regional chairman in planning for they have been very serious on the ground machia omo ye no machia did nkoma on a number of occasions e be cha omo papa na mako team a special team am no mo yadwuma me ba o ma omo nim Alhaji Bashiru ne panimfo Alhaji Mustafa Mohammed ne Mame deputy regional women organizer ne the entire team honorable Ponchichekunum e be che omo nyina anopai na mako Offenso South. You know that is my mother constituency. Na ma che omo nyina na aka say adwuma na omo ye no mo nkoso no omo nyesa adwuma no na me fi say it will bear fruits to enema e passe ye no Offenso North mo PC Miami nua Caesar ne mpanimfo sa seat na say Offenso North the my this year.
Offenso North.
Yes.
Omo the my NDC.
Yes, omo the my NDC.
NC.
It will happen.
Oh, that's at NC. I mean, it's good to have hope.
Paka, wait, it's just not about hope.
No, it's okay to have hope, honorable. It's okay. I mean,
Paka, it's not hope.
Hope it is okay. Obia so nya hope. It's okay.
Paka, it's not about hope. Maybe we see I'm telling you. There are a number of constituencies in Ashanti region that we should have.
There are a number of them.
It
is saying, and why they're in here. Oh, yes, I was in the say, and a dra, and I have Fabio.
Pakamadika Offenso North.
It's a fan place.
For some reasons, you know.
Offenso North.
For some reasons, the community are not mentioned.
I see.
Yes,
no, but the statistics on the ground, and the figures, you know, it's statistically impossible for NDC to win the Offenso South.
Statistics are come once, no.
No, the records over the last few years.
Records there.
Election records.
1,100 votes. 1,100 votes. And the last activities, and they make an person zoom so much into it, and they are aware. It took off in the time.
I see.
So when you talk about winning, why do you bash people from other constituencies into Offenso North? Has it not come to your notice?
No, Mate.
Who call on the man? And then I cost on time.
We'll get into that, but we'll get into that, but we'll say their seats. I'm interested in that. Seats. To say why seat buying constituencies buying and I'm saying
seat to say if you talk North. Any question people because I seat no.
If you talk about North,
and people should not have that seat.
That is the other hand.
Yes. Look, Parker, these are part of my strategies going to this election, so I don't want to mention more.
I see. You know,
there are a number of them.
Technically, you are looking at about 10 seats and now 7 seats.
You see, we should not be mentioning seats, but I'm saying that there are a number of seats that the NDC should have in Ashanti region.
More than 4 seats. I know
the MPP has demonstrated over the period. They don't care that much about Ashanti region entirely. We don't want to 2 MPs over the period. We should have these seats, and we're not just talking about the development. But statistically, never what grounds clearly indicates there are number of seats that we should have had long ago.
I see, because I know for a fact that New Biase is shaking for the NDC.
It's not shaking.
Because of a few information that Misaka on the ground.
We won't lose it.
We won't lose the seats.
We have more, we will take. And
you have more, you will take.
We will take more, add it to what we have.
Mate.
So, Parker, that is basically the way I here. Now, I say, why am I more commit yourself to it.
Okay.
Commit yourself to it. Once I will judge man so by any day. So when you are daji, I see when you are daji in 2 by.
Of course.
And the moment now, why you have been say you did man obey no. Let's see that commitment. Let's see that commitment.
Do you see the commitment from your people?
Oh yes. But I'm just encouraging them.
Okay.
That will be a man biano. Commit yourself to it. You see, national duties now it comes in various forms. Back here, political parties in the activities now in the absence of political parties, in exactly what should happen or what is happening to this country. Except say, a bit mama politicians ama Ghana for the politicians are not helping, especially with what the MPP is doing.
No, we'll get into that shortly. Now, you hold your guns for now.
No, you see, when you reduce yourself into connection, men and women,
you hold your guns. You have enough time for us to discuss the issues. You hold your guns.
And champagne for
which champagne for
the way you're moving on, young Tom Cosso. Why would I be a register piano? But more than say, Aquada be or Ben or do a require age in idiot. Fano call center ho, me register no, because the Cotuabano. Maybe say, Aquada won't do age and I don't register the child. But I said, a child below 2 years, 3 years to the age of registration. It has dire consequences for these children. Me I work.
John do age number. We'll come to that. You better and us you see it. We are still working the lines to get your name you it didn't come up. But my producers are working the lines. I'm afraid now. Information is that on fat course on it, we might skip, but yes, I can hopefully everything come on Jumedi so. And I don't pay me mates back on secondary school. In fact, at the time when the cadet non a CEO, along vigor, and then your birthday, along vigor, all the 2G3 Olsen boys, you're happy birthday. The bon person go pon Anton Super. You go about persona fe na person ye nyina no. Abemu. I think you work with the rent control department. And say one ye adwuma. Edi along we go. It's one thing and another pay. Once again, happy birthday to you. Ebusa for your videos be or say yebo na say producers are ready. Let's look at the videos, Then let's zoom into the conversation of the limited registration exercise and then exactly 7 days. 7 days. Chese easy schedule say the 21-day exercise by the end of the month in some of those we'll spend some time and do a proper review and assessment of registration questions. So videos we'll get into the conversation.
Resident. How did you vote in the last election? How did you vote in the last election? My friend, give us space. He's challenged and you will not get a card.
Say, Ubu dear, Unima dear. Now, dear Pakukra, maybe a woman, your Japan. Stamina Wakano, devoid of insults.
Right, you saw some of the videos. Just say, it be quite chaotic. In fact, and Saturday, Yantia said Collins Dada police for action because of a year. See again over the weekend. Edijama, their concerns kakra and also so NDC for be miensa. Omo prepare just say more hospital because they say. Omoni MPP for any clash over registration. Parties me nyina no register minors nkara basia man for moon free constituency to go and register. Nyina ka ho and ntokwa no aba. That's per the report we are getting. Okompo ho NPP a year treasure a wompo ho. Ono so police for action. So ono so kofa omunya 18 years. So omo ko register. And also so ewo ho. So say, why is this happening? And on the side of the east, registration, network challenges, why is it happening? And I'm person I'm a kind of Richard Enyambeduye, Richard Ajiman Onyambeduye, my producers are still trying to get him, but Honorable Yusuf Waha, just say Obebuaye, Amaya, all the discussion. I said I'm a kind of Kwame, you were free as well. We'll try and have a conversation with him on that. It's honorable. Watch your videos, Nibi.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've monitored the exercise.
Yes.
7 days in here. What assessment adding?
Pakamedasi. I want to say NDC as a political party and a political organization.
Me too.
So Ghana 40 maybe issues a reason any problem. Answer na NDC be raise issue about be a cosono. Paka, people have no idea the kind of human resource in this war.
It's you.
When it comes to politics of this country, the issue I easy. Before electoral commission based started our program, which I hope here is a number of issues. One, to do with the centers I register. Before near Kase, Adena ye election limited registration and use electoral areas and find registration. Because of distance na. But fortunately no say boycott to I park for some time on dear buy no. And some suggesting about community more Maya as at this time no. Woman teen na kra umudi be
okay.
Say baby difficult to reach areas baby awaya na hold din say obetimi akono. At least umudi center ba community
alcohol. Just about mabaso. I mean, these are commendable. I mean, the electoral commission, but you have to commend them for doing that.
Paka, does it have to take us? See a best crimusi ya and electoral commission say, we didn't say the be convenient.
And so be the more bitch. We didn't say the more bitch. Simple as that. We didn't say
commend the woman. Omaya Juma way over the period. Said Jimenez and Crane will win a buy and chair. Open to say Dr. Serebono. They have been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
And now, so if you know the geography of our country, we obey no argument kwa na waye. Obi to say offensive south, for example. But let me commend the offensive south. You see that the district director, she's a lady. Me unfortunately, my that be a German wejura.
Okay.
Offensive south.
Okay.
That lady. On say the first day no nation will in a problem. With network. It is all here. Registration and ye cry in the first day.
Okay. But hold on for me, why? I mean, interview quickly for now for your entire conversation. So, it was for Senator Kaino, the FJC MP, Ewa Manaso, or chairman of the Health Committee of Parliament, and Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, NPP flag bearer, a coordinator within the middle, the southern belt. on the coordinating the campaign on the airborne tour across the country. Honorable Akua Asieduaa.
Yeah, me just me cause to know. Me cause to the Efijasi Asokore.
Efijasi Asokore. Okay, and you Efijasi Nkwa, Efijasi Asokore. Right. Honorable Medasi for the correction. You know, Honorable Nana Eyo Efriye, Member of Parliament, Edema Efijasi Asokore constituency. Now, Honorable, first of all, let's get his understanding. More year campaign. Akwa Kwesi as a mushia ahemfo nkwa. Is that the strategy?
Oh, that you. I mean, you for why? I mean, Bia, the Jetta Sokoro Chubia.
Right.
Campaign, you know, and yet I have one quality share more.
Okay.
Maybe you. Normally, no, anopano, you drew your name, clergy, no, software, a war region on share. Na you so yene imams for da Muslimism ano esushia separately. Na actually no na Dr. Bawumia na the stop over no. Na it was more of only clergy for be share. Na only him for share. Na wakoye what we call the Youth Connect. Because of the youth, you know, the ideas we bring, you know, dear my matter and Babawa, Omodachi, any Omejuma. Interna or per campaign or more Musotina say. Because probably, you know, campaigns that here, Naman for economy, no more Kanya market, say, but for Keseniaka. Or no so feel say, they need to so near than it be the year match and Mabawa. Especially when we go through fear teachers free or more money that so and it will be about me that's when you continue or connecting with them. Now munya message strong. But the move baby no you starting war for Viano. And the Tibas Muna Nkrofobi ebe cover a do station where you need you to make a meeting. And almost Saturday but they said every day those in on cheer warm. Inti na military for na we must say a break of protocol and also there be a protocol bia say unam na oman for some percent omono asa those if we bass in those people bass the mom ye na ba wi o na almost any we say akame and yes say na sana tie dia any on church ya na satam na e kwano maybe a Koye Youth Connect, and there was Central Market in Chenwa. In the years, I know. And a man didn't go to Indonesia. The Eastern region, it was Bonibeka unplanned.
Okay.
In the time, my man, Eka saw, maybe there was a watch Yahweh Akaya, the Jumuni, and Omobon Ginusuno, and no, a fan of Senia Sadia. Other regions here, the corner, Western of Normakano. Obepa se ansa no be shia mantie no obefa djum no ne ema no so aye na wa shia wa cheche akofo kakra nti eno na ema program no exercise especially this iwo koforidua no
okay
nti hwe be bia ye fo biom na o shia ahemfo no first day shia om 10 o'clock na o shia asofo no first day shia om 10 o'clock se ono de be shia 8 o'clock nti shia asofo no ntempa na sanso shia clergy for imam for 9 o'clock. Na ye de ahemfo no akoye 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Na o de market any connecting meeting and greeting no house to house no. No de no be shape and na only euthanasia. That's the nature of the program.
Oh, I see. Na mako kofodia ko Western North. APMO is it bono?
Yako West Eastern region capitals, no. And I call Wako Western and also Wire Western, but we built Wire Western North. And was so I am bono Wire Ahafo. And an fear that you could be a bono east.
Okay. But this are the Pemo North East.
And weekend, no, so maybe than the Kwesi no. Na on your tube for needed to be at the dinner on Saturday, and then Kwesi Day crowning internet. I was for 2 days, now Kumasi in the Enra Viano and Okotemali. Yeneno Nechete or Traso Ewotemali Diako Narigu.
Okay, great. Now, so far, what has been the general response? I mean, what economy what has been the general reception from
I like your
to doctor?
And many of the media people have always said that the UFA is brutally frank. And one person, I'm sure you know, I say it as it is. And in fact, the Papa Nakasaba with me, and he always sometimes want my opinion as well, because he knows that this gentleman will just say it as it is. Ultimately, anticipation, Mr. And last week, we share UK Parliament, our Prime Minister, about the economy of UK. I'm sure you've watched that video. And that's the economy of UK ain't the same. That the single major problem our UK economy is COVID. You read now UK in the Russia war, which is the same thing that Ghana is going through. At the say we are there for none in Ghana. I want Chaba everywhere, and everybody is struggling to manage himself or managing the economy through. Now, we were thinking, say, a bit damping interest kaka, but we share the excitement now. Papanunya, say you do from, say the population of Ghana for over 60% here, man, before NMM and Wala. But we share the markets which are dominated by women, which is an indicator of the appreciation of women. Now, we share youth, the connect, and almost 5 youth from all over at the bar. Now, we share the enthusiasm now, clear understanding say Baumia Ayubia among for any general.
I see it's what share post na Abana a projected John Mahama as the lead into the 2024 election. As against the reality on the ground now. What will be your observation?
How post no.
Because global info analytics for a period of time they've been consistently doing poser. Projected John Mahama, the NDC candidate, as the winner of the election. We say global info analytics.
About global info analytics, no. That gentleman who was with KPM, you know, a few hundred more info analytics. Do you know him very well? Matter. Now, who knew the Do you know him very well?
No, I mean, he's a researcher. I'll conduct polls.
Master, forget about his way. Now, on your private, no, only projection of the map. Okay. But they can't go to over 60, 70, but we have to be about 40%.
Really? Because in himself, or project doctor around 60, 61 or 64% was saying.
It was the super delicate one. Well, the
main election.
No.
I see. I don't have it here, but
and I'm not tickled because there will be to say or no name pools. I don't believe in it. You understand?
You don't believe in the pools, no?
Yeah. Look, let me tell you something. Those days, the student leaders near collections are not down here. You pools the upper top on what you say, Paka. Pools there will be under the interest. So they have fun tour until we get independent people who do research, of which is a joint interest in the info analytics issues. I am a phantom check. Down into it, I might say things on air which is not palatable. So yeah, I don't want.
No, because you see, the excitement, may they just opposing against the polls now. Scientific research, to see say is there correlation? And I say a boy, bra. That's the point I want to get from you.
Will be a prediction, not the Mahama, and not a mystery. Matter, the person is not on top of the research because which excitement they will be there. Now, Western North, okay, Western North, Aunia or Hine, okay, out for the first time speaking. Say him for come out. One of the uncle yet kuku. ma akatim betin guzo ma en say ma waye obi abeye ni ye na onu Akua no ohwe so no say papa mami or the man. When have you had this analogy anywhere in this country? And if you look at the excitement in the face of that info, Apano Kasa, Paka, you are clear in your mind that the custodians of the land believe that Bawumia is honest or correct. You be a young Ghana Mabu Manita. And you be on your corrupt or incorruptible. Ghana for the Muchigan is there. What baby abida? Now, yet corruption, Omokai, the campaign that I'm telling you, say, Omutie Bawumi. That's a truth. Your Maham, and almost new pa the Bahama dear and the Bawumia ye. Intuition, no work from now. Yeah, excitement. Musaba. The excitement Abba. What, or the only Akua. Obetumedi yako yenim ye dache ni yama. Uni Akua ye jinidi. Uni Akua said the katache sheni poye. You know say it begins me for Gareno. You should see that positive near Manona. Ako enkofumu emomu wa rechemu ba omiemu a excited the be. Ba umia eko bedia say if Sefi the areas that NDC for war aya kofa ho. Na wo hwe the way na amanfo no omure fi omo no ko esunafo taw e wa hafo a eye eru ko no mo na wo hwe be bi e kofa ye some we kofa ye bi e kofa fa ye bia no na se wo hwe na se wo hu the way omo ba ne so a my brother.
I see. Is it a reality on the ground? They say Dr. Ahmed Bawumia is winning 2024 based on one person who call around and some Martin and no one.
Dr. Bawumia will win one. Nanado Dam we need 26, but the best consequences, you know, we are 137. Okay. Nanado won particular fact. What over 150 something to 160 constituencies in the country. However, I'm prevailing and yes, in terms of the parliamentary vote. Parliamentary, no. Yeah, oh, yeah, no. You move the Konya independent. You move the chair your party. You move the na your own akono emma the Konya view. Now, if you look at the parliamentary candidates I have for Bono is especially I feel there. I am not surprised an NDC person told me in parliament there. They think we are going to take about 13 seats from them.
I see.
We don't sit in Accra. Talk a lot too. I am telling you, a very senior person in parliament who is NDC said. No, dear there.
I see. All right, but finally for me, then we wrap up. Finally for me, you know, His Excellency the Vice President Wakasano, or say churches, you know, ye be more mining till say Tiomoka. Was that the understanding because that concerns say, I mean, there were IMF or money who train. Why should you pay the churches? The churches must rather be paying some taxes.
No, this a handful. Into our more. Check no access to all.
But Jina Yema, why not? Online to chat, said a bear, if it's me talk clearly. But Jina Yema, why? You know, answer the question. Mubetua a churches to bet your mokana. That's what we want to understand.
I'm okay.
It's better. It's better.
Okay. Churches, you know, any of him for no, or say, then I hear you Ghana, no, any tradition, ye some, any yan, and a Buama, Ghana, ni, the chichi, cool. Now it looks like some of the culture and the disciplines, and you are going to be losing them, etc. After the young fan and anomaly, some remove them to the next year. And the Ghana no be you get to abofo dia nkwala ka abofo okara kan pomo ntipi na nanom kwa kutumi no and copy the idea. No, I was there. A mere the man and animal thing. Near my some so anything. Then you will say Ghana ni, then yes, your culture ni, yes, so many years. Unfortunately, fortunately for us, we should be Omunya Eko a civil war. Ghana de Tiasumbimu because we feel an animal and here. About the culture, you see a buying a free back, your culture. And as I feel, it also obeys near as or say, an animal yentiumka. Visionary heads no more canon, yentium from summit. Not Emma almost so Yamom to me degree. Not Emma Munya what being Emma discipline. This is a young girl for that. And this I don't do baby. Ghana need the young on fan of only crew, on Coca and fan of yes, some not really a quack LG by BQ, whatever FG, never be our no cat or no dear neighbor on Dindi, na Emba so that into a someone woman. Not send a year, dear, yes, Yapanon will be to me cook as yet, yes, you know. Now you will say, Yabako, it's like a song in a nanum, I had almost in Kuno. And the politics, they in Domachi, into only he believes in the need to get the church stronger and the nanum stronger by getting them recognized. In terms of what
it's recognized and any say a bit your mocha. Is that plain language understanding?
Yes, don't believe in it. You don't believe in rather say what your poor churches, I say your poor churches, your poor churches no more. It can be a Petia, it can be church, the Ukrainian more this school or any taxes increase. So you more tax holidays. You might suffer one, sorry, no, any name be brave because almost any politicians here not doing the same thing. Almost by the getting into who also for one more. And I'll probably do so for another year or half epic. So for any politicians, they're the same thing. In the end, you may have sorry, no, I'm not sorry, more than they are one back. It is a better say, or bet your hotel, or better say, obey taxes, they from you, a better say, or better more. And you're very dear on some the meal, a Christian, or the bois, and there's so much young one day at the Akua crew, or so obey anything. You want to more your bayano. Yeah, best supporting that.
Mate, Honorable Medasi, thanks for the clarification. It was here for the sake of time, you know. Now, of course, subsequently, you know, being Komaka. Now, walk my CD, Niso Badia, Yem Pebrena, Brastur Nafe, Yen Trans and New Comedy, you know. Medasi and Honorable. Great. It was that's the member of parliament, Edma, if you just say a Sokore constituency. Honorable Nana. You were free or science here as the chairman of Parliament Health Committee, you know, or no, and I didn't come on. Evad, Richard Ambabati and Msini, Chairman Rashid Inusa, or your MBB communication team member, or what do another pay. Chairman Akwaba.
Yeah.
Great, fantastic.
In fact, let me put it on record that I've been here since 7 a.m. I was even here when my colleague came in. I had already done about an hour before he came in.
Oh, I see.
And so it's not like we came in late.
Because now we're expecting Sir Richard Beba.
Yeah.
Because Wama Obi so or Mana say Obi Babi Sinanema, at least out of respect. I mean, we said this is not the first time about show so. At least you should prompt the producers. So, I see me see air back in my stead. But one can say, I'm just here now prompting the producers say, so we didn't know that. Apparently, you're representing the party.
Sorry about that. My understanding is that he was going to send message to your producer, and then there are two names that are similar on his phone. So he sent
to the wrong number.
To the wrong number, and was thinking.
We at a TV show. We never friend each other. Now, I'm going to catch Richard. So, it's you know, Akwaba once again. It's you, Honorable Hamza. Not your co-registration or so.
Some men do baby and now we do it. And I have issues to deal with what he said.
Why? No, because you have to talk about registration.
No. You see, we should be careful in this country. The presentation of Dr. Baumia to us is to test our sanity.
The presentation of Dr. Baumia
to us to vote for
Ghana for is to test the sanity of Ghanaians.
Is testing our sanity.
So you know, unless you But that's an insult to Ghanaians.
Yes, they are insulting
us. No, one person there's someone who is an insult to Ghana.
Why? But they have insulted us.
Said then.
Who tell message now? Say churches should be paid.
Yes. But one can say
that
one want a clarification from honorable. One can say emphatically say Esika. Or say a tax holiday. Bibi or say the bomb so it is not clear cut say a Esika the more and I say tax holiday and now if they do certain things it's not clear cut.
That is another insult.
Be fair to the honorable member.
That is another insult. You know why? We have Global Fund giving us medicines for HIV patients, which includes all of us who are members of the church and the Muslim society.
Exactly.
They are rotting in the pots. What happened? How many containers did they release out of about 300 to 400 containers? So, you see, running a nation is a very serious business. So you see, that's what I'm saying. It is a message on them. Paying chiefs.
I'm sorry.
Do you know it is not today that the state started assisting chiefs?
Say it's your Canada. So about
various forms.
What is wrong with that?
This is the insult. One Makwain, I'm even the original chairman. I say in swing, you know what traditional areas were. See, the kind of diseases people are developing in this country. You have not been able to stop that. What happens to their own people? They could go farm they are talking about.
But it is not factual, sir. Regional chairman, I say so you know.
Akonta mines,
no, but Akonta mines, you know, it is still an investigation.
Why investigate?
No. The police, the CID is investigating the matter.
That is the insult.
That is the record of facts. You know, until say police in the Babeka say Akonta mining is at fault, you can't make a definite statement.
And grandma, fine. See, when I make my statement, you can issue your caveat. But those are statements coming from Haruna.
Maybe twice here.
Yet to Kruma, the MPP, after doing everything, they know they have lost everything with the people. So what they tried to do was to use the church. That's what I'm saying. It's an insult. The National Cathedral. Can you see the National Cathedral? That was an attempt to patronize the church. Say, you be a cathedral na could do. You are so photo to where I say Mukruma. Using the National Cathedral alone. So now you come to Muslims. Yeah, there are big things that are happening in this country. Dr. Mobian never uttered a word. With him, I call the Asanwasi 7. They are all Muslims. 7. What did Dr. Baumia say?
Police investigation, Baumia compensation. It's also a fact.
What statement?
It's also a fact.
As a Muslim, which
let me tell you, yes, they are not being fair. Because as I say, if Aban takes a decision, for all you know, at cabinet, Baumia may have spoken. Public, it doesn't mean about that.
You know what we're doing in this country? We don't subject people who come parading to want to lead our country into serious mental check and debate. Let's ask them questions and find out how they answer their own questions. Dr. Bomu needs to see what kind of debate, what kind of promises did they give? He said in the Muslim community, they're going to set up what called Zongo Development Fund.
Yeah.
And that every year they'll put $1 million in that fund.
They set up the fund.
Where is it? Where's the fund?
Mustafa Hamid was there. No,
as for Mustafa Hamid,
until recently,
as for Mustafa Hamid, the least talk about him, the better.
Dr. Mustafa
Hamid.
Mustafa Hamid.
He should bow down his head in shame.
Mustafa Hamid.
Somebody who, look, you see, we are not serious until we serious with that.
Mate, that is your reaction. So in just a minute, just land in just a minute. In just a minute.
In a lesson.
Let's get into our.
You only pay 8 when they say majority of them are Zongo people. What did Dr. Baumia say?
Why Dr. Baumia?
Yes.
Abayano has taken
action. You know why I'm dealing with Dr. Baumia?
Abayano has taken action.
Because
Baumia can Abayano.
Because he has made that attempt to insult the Muslim Ummah by presenting himself as a Muslim and they maintain free ability way of voter regime. Youth authority.
Youth authority.
Youth authority or more Naturally to they know deputy I do visa visa for the
pious Ajide. Yeah.
Was it if Dr. Bawumia becomes president, Islam will become powerful in Ghana? What is our statement, you know? And Paka, we have our minds on. And so we are watching you from where you're coming from. The doctor, what they say, are you coming now? In some of what trying to win people. We refuse that.
Mate.
And I make us say, Dr. Bawumia has demonstrated time and again. Say that they are no more say that they mean kwachi. So let's deceive them. Let's say things that will sound nice in their minds. So they forget what we have done. Lipa woman about broader economy. Dr. Bawumia was chosen by Nana Akufo-Addo because of economy. And where is our economy? Maybe and the fuel 14 point something, 15 point something for both super and diesel. What is happening? What the growth for oil buy? PDS, or corruption as him. PDS, what happened? He changed conditions precedent into conditions subsequent. You see, Dr. Bawumia was directly in charge of PDS. What happened? Gold for oil, as he say, and the Bank of Ghana won't be kept our program. Have they accounted to us?
Mate. So you've made your point on
election 2024 serious business.
But on what you have your point, and also the MP has his point. What is on the ground?
They should stop the deception.
They are confident in their minds that they are winning. Chairman. Because many are with reading Commodada. I'm on a response. Who will represent the MPP? Absolutely. So it is enough. Because MPP has spoken, so that is enough. But let us look at the assessment. Not person no chance about what about me is only face and more chance. More chance over the election. It's an assessment of the 7 day. And there is only 7 day. We are just one monitor. But we are chairman of we are former chairman as current chairman.
No form.
We are former chairman. What's the bay?
Northeast.
Northeast. Okay. It's the assessment of the process so far. There are issues of MPP. And you see, for me, it's a direct question to you, Honorable.
Right.
Mo treasure our one poho. Yatino. Say, Obwa Amaya register and Koda Omundi 18. The party should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. Say, MPP treasure warrior, sir. You agree?
That's mean, yeah. I mean, far kunyo way, so na menasi. Say, many opportunity to be part of your big platform. Me monitor some time now, and you are forced to be reckoned in the media space in this country. I'm telling you. Now, Adia, I am fair, I am a dense soon say. On your platform, you do not allow things to just go by unless you critically interject, or what should I call it, and make sure you
we just set the record straight. I mean, clarify things.
The record straight.
Your tagline is say, "Obana what can cry, what can cry, who can also will expose you." That's our tagline on the show.
Absolutely. Pa said that is your mantra, and I believe that it should be from your heart and not the lips. Now, before I entered the studio, I have spoken to the Bawumia team in Tamale, as well as I don't want to say he himself, but I have gotten enough information on this particular church issue. And I can say here emphatically that Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia has not said anywhere that he will pay the churches monthly.
And I say, Nana, you was say,
so emphatically, he has not said that.
If you do a tax holiday, and the video here to support their work. So it's not necessarily about money.
He said, say, the churches are helping the system for a very long time. And so if anything at all, if we do not support them, we should not even be contemplating taxing them.
Right.
I'm just quoting him as I heard him this morning.
Right.
So for anybody to get any smaller platform or bigger platform to want to peddle lies, Absolutely.
And also why we enforce it. That's it.
Now we are moving on. You just ask a question whether the party should
because when you say register minors, you're against the law. But your treasurer and it's on record. Police are channel or registering minors.
Minia, I mean, person be so asam. You see, if you be a mensam, ya mensa, mensam,
mensam,
and ya mensa. Mimi nyaki no, nya santene. But minti chi no papa so, but mi sua. And the difference between obi a sua chi no and obi a ka chi no, there's always a lot of difference.
Mati,
nti niame kan say. Se embramo eche se obi ani kwen se odi nkwada a omunu 18 ekwa register na se obi yesa na se echi no a oni mra no ani
but oye in the name of the MPP.
Wait a minute, you can't say that for a fact.
Oye MPP treasurer already said the plan just to vote for MPP.
Me pama atade na ma wo wia trade no ewia se no e bi atade no amfito nti jai trade no na jai me na me pam atade no na emfito
pam atade na enhwe
nia me kan say hwe sa obi wrong in this country MPP no eya ye center and some into his political colors na ya jai the criminality aspect no then at the end of the day then it will be lost in the system and yeah me advocating says so obi wronger, let's tackle the person. Let's deal with him as an individual. After all, this nation has been divided into two. NDC, MPP. If you are not NDC, you will be an MPP. If you are not the both of them, you will still be sympathizing with any of them. That's a fact. So obidi boni wokrumha. I misre. Let's tackle the person on. When him say odi ni and some now no edi bata politics ah. Remember evidence say NDC youth organizer any NDC organizer eko bro mu awo ablikuma registration no the first day
okay
on an issue of money that has been given to them to give to people to come and induce people to come and register.
I see,
they beat themselves. I have the video, I can share it with you. But for me, what I'm interested is in the criminal aspect of it. Let's deal with that. And yes, Anna, so ube can sana who say retaliations and I say equalization, but that's what I hate.
But do you think so?
I believe in the development of this country on the pedestals of rule of law.
Great. Do you think it would be proper for the party to issue an official statement to condemn the act of Mukolik or yes, IDL?
I believe that the party is aware that there are official investigative agencies in this country.
True.
And once those people are dealing with the matter, the party is not an investigative body. In any case, sir, investigative bodies prosecute the party cannot say that you cannot prosecute. Or if the person is found culpable and na yababe jeli na party emrani si no kwanso no anamina
mi bisawo
na mi bisawo say emrana wonnem no me no mienu ye nem no
because yade am ye NDC MPP ye that's the claim. I mean, that's what they do.
Don't bring us in.
No.
No, I don't
accept that.
You will accept it. Register minors. It's a fact. Let's not deny that.
If I put you to test, say, Mamidi minors na or register Mamidi untimi.
The amount of what minors
of the minors that he has registered, or more evidence of the minors. Ntiyanjaima investigative bodies no na omunya investigation na omun finding no culpable answer.
Okay.
But the fact that say yachi obi on the grounds that on an allegation that wayesi na yatena ha ebonofo na, I think it's not right.
We should wait for the police investigation.
Absolutely.
One more thing na fe na baba Hamza so.
Mami.
O was oyere.
Na or say MPP chairman say yensu awokurum ha and it was it was very unfair.
No, but I have dealt with that already.
It's very unfair.
Just okay.
In any case, in any case, NDC commissioned their party executive to propagate galamsey. And you know that.
Not police in your investigation. So I told him that the police is investigating. So until then, nobody can fault anybody. It is an here.
They have not been investigated.
Mon frère Richard, I have a video no mami. Na me ma chairman respond na member ham da so sia. Mon video no am sia.
Resident. How did you vote in the last election? How did you vote in the last election? My friend, give us space. He's challenged and he will not get a card.
So for those of you who haven't seen the video yet, now I'm in backstory. It's simple. The man in white, somebody without the voice up. The director of communications at the governing NPP. That is Richard Anyagba. Okwa choni dina. And this is be a say man kwang emanon choni din. Why? Because in 2020 he voted. Now Nyagba say in 2020 no. Now he didn't register him. But no voters ID card. And now he's in penny for no choni din. And no vote here. It is what baby so what be registered there. Then that is double voting. And no and Akobani say double registration. So, Chairman, I mean, looking at the video clearly, or register October 2020, on what grounds should I go and register again?
And that's me. You just said they say, none didn't register.
Of course, not two.
Until the EC had to intervene. But
do you know the law? The law says no verification, no vote. If you're not verified, so we didn't a cat and a swap. I claim you say so two. And they allowed him to vote.
Minyajuma wa EC. EC is an independent institution. Efyasu the processes of election and election. Now, sir, EC finding in their own parameters and I say in their own rules, no, say ome makwen ama obia voti, knowing very well that ni oni akono okuta card, they can identify that card no nye fake but it could be that lapse no every and they base on that and give the person the access to vote now. And no ultimately fault the person who is voting.
You fault the EC.
You will fault the EC.
The EC that
I can't say that, and I just told you that.
Well, the law says no verification, no. That's what the law is saying. It is saying ID card.
Are you telling me that in 2020 election, a lot of people did not vote without the verification?
But that's
when
what
the system
says.
was having problems.
That's what the law ought to be.
But the laws are not made for. Sebi. And moi. And I said, the laws are made for us. If at the point that the emrabi etusu na emrano ye to say the or how brain na, we change the law because we make the laws. The laws don't make us. What do I say? But enu crampo enya hona me adwumososia. Now near ewo hona say sa yewra Richard eko say okwa register. Nasa mu wo complaints bia ewo se mu ya. I
see.
There's a complaint form there. You challenge the person and fill the form. What do I say? Now, wajama the electoral commission, then they pick it from there. But say who be forcing the panel physically. A idea and Nick say your best so.
Okay.
A to trust some. And the sad to trust some a woman said party be o krumha. And no ye omu DNA mu. Nemu and bat and some say na unless a police for Wuhana. And was yet to me stop his annual way. So a party that has commissioned Omunkofu say Omundi to trust some in so many places. Now Omwa be starting BBC. You should direct them to the rule of law.
Adinu, to say, Sana yet higher Casey. One mammy coin said Minkasa, on say Minia Aruna, or to Hodin, say a yenny do, and yenny do, and was so ochro, or yedin, or tranet on Yan Nitama, no, what Yano. And I say Wakasa, and I say or opted to move on without answering. So, but Pa say, Kamimi say, and some na Haruna or Kano and Yamide. To me, man, Kwemankasa. To trust someone beyond.
Okay, it's the end is for nobody to trust them.
Absolutely, you know that.
No, I mean, there's a question I'm asking. No, so challenge process.
Absolutely.
Use physical force.
Force to say, Omuba stop. No, you say of Rikromwa. In the video, I heard somebody speaking away, saying, say, "U papa no mami in Africa. Eye day na u mahadabia." That was the ewe aspect. Okay. I am saying nipa bibri na beti sa side. But we were hearing the one that was shouting in English say, "Yam fakad no mano, yam fakad no mano." So they accepted and believed that of Rehonomo. Their reason was that he's not been coming home. So if you are even challenging all that, challenge
double registration. That's the reason. Double
registration from the other.
No, but I'm telling you what that's the information.
I agree with you.
It's Mate, that's a Chairman Rashid Unisa. So therefore, that's Chairman Rashid Unisa, MPP communication team member. Now, of course, former MC Haruna. So back to the conversation I was making the other point. Say, the reason say me say more NDC, more basic for register minors and say, who call a Erikopoko constituency. They are claimed and report from our reporters say NDC NPP omo register minors omo munyendi 18 amanto Kwesi ebi prepra in fact NDC for me and sa ebra omo hospital yehwe omo sesi Collins Dada police action for aiding in the registration of minors. It's, you know, how do you respond to that? The party should be ashamed equally NDC. With you.
I mean, we are in a case. I'll come to all the cases you have listed.
No, let's start with it. I'll come to
time for it. See, the fundamental law of our country is our constitution. Any law you have anywhere, whether you are happy with it or you are not happy with it, which runs contrary to any provision of the constitution, Article 2:1 is void ab initio.
True.
It is assumed that that law does not even exist. To qualify to vote in Ghana, Article 42 of our constitution is very clear. You should be a citizen, 18 years and above, sound mind.
A registered voter.
You should be registered.
Yeah, registered voter. That's our constitution.
At the polling station.
True.
That's what Tenadi versus the Republic, the Attorney General. When he came and the regime was over, he went to court and said, you have to register me. Because I qualify under Article 42. It was duly done. So, how can we say that Anyagba voted in 2020 elections and his name does not exist in any register?
So you can equally waiver the
Who can waive it?
You can waive it. I mean,
who?
The EC is going to be waived. No, Chairman.
Stop that. The EC has no. Let me tell you, the independence of the EC you talk about is not with our constitution. The EC acts. In fact, the EC is a creation of law.
True.
It is our constitution that creates the EC.
True.
So the EC cannot be bigger than our law. The EC cannot waive any law.
It's within him. So what card now within him?
I had no card now within him.
I mean, it could happen.
So how did you get a card?
Maybe you could have error on the side of the EC.
It is not possible for you to have a card. Your name is not in the electoral.
Because per the information, I'm showing the DIN. Paper, not so like.
We don't use pen to write people's name in our register.
Yeah, in fact, I checked and I pay me check here. That was the information I got.
Our register is not written with pen.
So that's why I don't fault Anyagba. You fault the EC.
Anyagba, you see?
No, you don't fault Anyagba. Over 40 EC minimum. And your NDC agent and I'm watching.
You see why?
No matter that.
You see why Anyagba?
No, NDC agent to on him law no. No, Adana.
So who was challenging him?
We are challenging him at the time. We got 2028. Not making. Because of Twabano. And then they challenging him.
Parker. What I'm saying is that our electoral commission, as we have it, even he Anyagba, look at Anyagba's pedigree in this country. you know that your name does not exist in an electoral poll register. And you know that, and Akua cannot claim that he is oblivious of all of these facts that we are discussing. Say only. So you see, on say I can be patriotism. So we are citizen, no. Ma what did you move for name of you? And Akua was heading the think tank.
Yeah, DI at the time. No, Dankwa Institute.
When him says biometric anyway, only the champion yami. You headed that institution. And Akua can read. He's not a lawyer, but he can fairly read our laws. He knows. Now,
so back to the Collins Dada issue, no. In the NDC, I didn't see a process. Yeah, membrano to say what I mean, expressly what can law membrane na any some register more less than 18.
That he's been arrested in connection with electoral violence. That's the headline. So is it different from that? That has been arrested.
Register minors.
Let me tell you what.
And MB before someone prevent it.
Let me tell you what is happening on the ground. Offensive enough. About 3 consecutive days. On back there, including another MB before now. Back there.
With wine
in offensive no. Omahun.
Many hobbies I can verify that.
Can organizer what you can organizer former organizer because on sorry free one call and no quite back there.
But many hobbies I can.
But when what? Look, I'm relating. I have been monitoring these constituencies for some days now.
Okay.
I ran across them. Offensive North, offensive South. I've been going there.
Okay.
What grounds one out here there cause what kind of inducement wa? Aka, what is happening? What the MPP is doing on the ground? We MP now we will be now call one here over Kontokwa.
Then no more.
You know, can say, but British say about 4 you throw or the same about 4 who call what I've done is that
you've still not answered my
question.
I'll
answer you.
No, but for the sake of time. Give me a question. You've still not answered my question.
Alhaji Collins Dawda. Yeah, if I'm credible preoccuped. Alhaji will now my own sissing that. But Alhaji will never involve himself in anything that is negative. I know Alhaji Collins Dawda. And to say, Chobi, let's be careful and go down and see the reason the person has been arrested. Which Alhaji Collins Dawda? Except you want to make a fact. When you say MPP have tried that enclave, no bre. Alhaji Collins Dawda, Eriko Poku, Kukumho, Omakwa bre. Obatine boni nwedi na aba. It is an orchestration by the MPP to do anything they can do to smear that man.
And you also said the police is lying against Collins Dawda. Some of us you can't talk there to Collins Dawda. A whole Ghana police service issue a statement, official statement to. And yeah, no statement that just signing.
Ghana police service. Uniana Adudankwa Tiwa Adudankwa Kachere say the children have been found. And they will be released to their parents very soon.
That's a different scenario.
But that is the police service.
Of course, the police service.
So what are you talking about? Uka say Ghana police service say they have never done anything that is negative before. Nancy ya mame dapa sisela dapa case, you know. What would the tossing between Attorney General, OSP, Yoko, Wahunu? What would say there's a cause? So what are you talking about with the police? I was going out there, Yamuni Patu. The police investigate what has he proved? I mean, Nipa 8.
I thought your party was commending IGP for a good work done.
Why?
Say police or Oyerepa. I'm surprised here. I mean, under the leadership of Dampare.
Sure.
Tiwa was under the different leadership, I think up here 2 or so. But Dampare is now the IGP.
Cecilia Dapake is in Nanuya. Or the Nanuya Negumi. But I told you that I can't see a review. What report have they come out with? Or the saying Pius Hajide Casey. And this year, the Muslim video, have you seen it?
But I'm making a point that was under different leadership.
And see the fact, sir, why you are living in a system with a police system that is operating? When they force you deal with them. But when they have done something that is expected within the law, you commend them.
In this case, you know, you think it's a police foreigner. In some normal car for Collins that is not true.
You see,
is that your point?
You see, I sit here. I don't want to draw conclusions. But he has been arrested.
Yeah.
Once you arrest somebody, you go to investigations to prove his guilt or otherwise, or whether or not you can even prefer charges against him at the end of the day. True. Because you must have something that you will link to him. And that is what I want to see. Okay. Issues to do, and I make us say, we to say allergic colons out that. How I know him to be and all of that. And considering his terrain, that area, and how the MPP has tried over the period, maybe he police as me. I have found southeast. Did you see the conduct of the police?
And they him for southeast.
I have found southeast.
Yeah, which area, Kasa?
Is it Manclan's or that so all the video now.
Men said they've interdicted them.
The police just stood there.
And the police for no interactive some inside.
I didn't know police.
Yeah, it's not. The leadership is the important thing. And the leadership will almost take a step. And no more interdictive some inside. No more turn on your own.
How can you come to believe that citizens will misunderstand each other? They are picking sticks and all of those things. And the policeman said, Munko inside. Munko inside. Leave them to kill each other. It is the police operating like that. So for me, as far as this particular registration is concerned, the kind of activities the MPP, when you say you don't know yet, what can the papa no more to your what presenting the pama or register no, they pay you or operating send them one. Say maybe papa will make the obiba, na papa will be ba, meka, meka. Papa will nipa on the buy and also confirm the for bar. Papa will be young fast work free nipa na the nipa on the buy copa.
Just registration and more young.
Yes, I know. But me to say,
it's what is the form in just a minute. It's form in just a minute.
Others basically for minimum. They have listed names of nipa or mudu free for. We had a list. In fact, we called them and they responded. And they catch them. Oh, yeah, mistake now. When you unfortunate thing, because they're giving money, people are going. Or people come to an end, no, or they can register. But because they're giving people money, we are sick and no good. My daughter process said, this is the time they think you should use that money. But on call for no allergy. Say, Vivia for one fatemi. Now, on call for no my year go on, but yes, I never win. We don't run a democracy like that. Democracy,
honorable Medasi, just a minute from chairman. Chairman, you know, there are issues of online cases. And what are you expecting from EC going for? And there's 7 days proper review. In just 1 minute, what are you expecting from them? Because especially senior high school for no one be fear. Also, register no more go back to school, and they go on online challenges and all of that. But this is only MTN and providing internet services. Ediama, EC. Then the question again is, how about the other telcos? What are you expecting from the EC in the conduct of this registration exercise? In just a minute, now remember, Hamdas is 9 wrap here. Just one minute on expectation. 1 minute on expectation.
Bigger platform to say Oyerepa. The things you have to avoid is double standard in order to avoid embarrassment.
Right.
And media, this is my first time on this platform. And I have a lot of allegations that I have gotten from several other places.
Several purchases.
I will not make them because they are still allegations. Me no opportunity say, na me atenasi dia allegations, abra any basis bia.
Okay.
From the start of the submission, allegations on Kwan from the vice president till now, allegations on Kwan. On can some be investigated or prosecuted by any competent court of jurisdiction here. Allegations on. Look, Omufa a sprinter, echo Sankansi,
Sankasi.
One name hopa, echo Sanko for by Senko, Mumbra no Mumbe register. He had to take the vigilance of the MPP guys in Nalergu to sack them back.
I see.
They are so, when it comes to desperation, we are desperate for power.
Desperation,
NDC. May expect to say electoral commission. I don't know how long it will take for them to engage another telco. Say because when you say Sanuma we a documentation sa omuni omo ya engage omo dada MTN phone so omo no omo be kasa
na omo step up omo game na I think say enu be better eboa registration exercise no.
Okay.
Now to avoid skirmishes na kosi. NDC for they are looking out for any smaller something that even looks like an opportunity.
Not an opportunity, but something that looks like an opportunity.
Then they'll pass on it and create confusion in this country.
Right.
So once who say Kofuwe say no mutia, avoid them. Just avoid them. Now you Franco ring no, then we beat them hands down. Depending on referee to be able to win.
Palugu multipurpose dam. Ne wanna Palugu multipurpose dam no one.
Absolutely.
They have made final payment and they have not moved to site.
It's an allegation. You see what
they say 1 minute. What the card for?
Let me tell you. Minimum. This is something that the Public Accounts Committee has sat on. They have asked the auditors. They said they were asked to pay.
And I have just told
you.
So
what are you talking about allegation?
It's an allegation, my brother.
You have said letter commission. Paka one will say day 2 and day 3. Letter commission was presenting to us. I mean, data that was wrong.
Yeah, different figures.
And they come out and they so see they should avoid these things. We are following them keenly. Here, issues to do with that online, offline. The offline has its own issues because I think we enter into the
central database. You know?
So, knowing what is happening in the system, some editing can be done. So we have our own reservations with this online kind of a thing.
I see.
But electoral commission can say, in fact, I recommend the offensive officer because what the machine back company. Now they call no at a point in time now. Say light they need to use generator. Then the next day when I went to her, she was just making the preparation and they always see her, you know. Say the way obey no the baby GD ewo mu. Me mesere sa GD na manya wonu mu no. Minim say all the be kwasa akokosi awie. But whatever the MPP is doing, what they have done and what will happen to them at the end of 2024 going to 2025. They loot, they can't take them home. We will need to investigate and take it for this country. Yes, I want
to say. Maybe phone lines in their mamo. Nothing. What join the conversation and down up pay now. Quickly, Mami, can't you say what problem with the eyes when ni a teba besi so unhuadie mesre so because in Thomas Eye Hospital. No more cry anytime I'm a PM or Kumasi. They've been in the system for over 14 years. Now Kumasi or more a hojo a champoma towers a whole and a more. The one I say over Kumasi, say ye glaucoma, retina, cataract, ninam, or more abe from Fidia, or no the best show when you know now for more spectacular befa town. And ye can't to be spectacular. Come. A care the say, come up. Into spectacular enye kaka motobini nyina bepe dia makama omejuma from Mondays to Fridays 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Saturdays 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. from one pay on 0537 211 531 0537 211 531 and at 0538 377 521 0538 377 521 and at 0246 866 580 0246 866 580. Let me activate the phone lines for you this morning. Join the conversation. 1 week after the registration as I said by what has been your own observation? Dear we expected from the Electoral Commission. Yeah, they check here. So the figures, the arithmetics, when there's an error, is a problem. It's best say easy. So they should do the arithmetics, very well. Remember your phone lines in the amount of pen. Join the conversation. 0594 192409 and 0322 These are the numbers to call this morning. Okay, I mean really a few of the messages now. Now police statement now ready now because I need to read the police statement too as well before I go. It's if you have the statement, you can just put it on for me now. Or caution all the parties involved in the exercise. Now, Obia sending message said NDC issue statement debunking the arrest of Collins Dowda. And I like you Collins Dowda, Mate. I've just seen the statement. I've not read the details of the statement. It's, you know, me even calling in sir. It's, I'm trying to open the, my messages in the B. It's in the 0594 192 0322 497 264. We say, good morning, Mr. Parker. The MPP man speaks very well. Okay. The MPP man, Chairman Rashid Wahab and the Arope. Lincoln Asari say, let it be known to the NDC that both parties are involved in the registration of minors. Yes, Mate. Okay, so that is the statement from the Ghana Police Service. We a caution or one both NPP and NDC. Or one you mean say we condemn, we go paragraph 2 now. We condemn the unfortunate incident that occurred in some registration centers, including Cape Coast, Central Region, Kukum, Afro Region, and Edijama, Ashanti Region. Police have made a number of arrests as investigations continue. The police would like to remind the public that the registration exercise is a civic responsibility that must be attended to in a civil manner. It is in this regard that we would like to caution, the public to exercise maximum restraint and act in accordance with the laws governing the registration process. Police will not tolerate almost so any basabasa to trust almost so any disregard of the law, and any persons who engage in such acts shall be dealt with accordingly. That is the statement from the Ghana Police Service in this regard. But I wanted to get this right. There is 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
That is what I expected for a very long time.
Right.
You say, you take control. But when you leave the vehicle, we'll take it. We'll feel it for you. Because maybe some will be but once you are there, it happens you intervene. Make sure whoever look, we're in the city and we're at fault. Arrest the person. We're in people in we're at fault. Arrest the person. And when you investigate, you expect me to trust you.
Okay.
So this is what I will expect.
So that's the statement on the police statement. Chairman Rashid. No, it's Rashid. Chairman Rashid.
I'm surprised, Honorable will continue to say, at one being, he condemns the police and does not trust them. And another being,
said that.
You just made several statements to indicate the Ghana police.
Those are factual situations.
He was confronting you. So
are you saying they were beating in the police?
So are you saying the Ghana police? This I was just listening to him. He wanted you to be emphatic, and you came out to be emphatic. Say the Ghana police could not be trusted. And what's I count aba? Even in the press, as I say, I'm free na kuma munte. I see a honomo or side the source say, Manu quiet to say,
you should give that you Mate. James
NDC, especially their leader right now, is indecisive. On to me, you know, man.
Hey, national machine every two minutes. We will two minutes.
No, this is
machine
allegation.
Wait there. James, your technical department. Or say, belated Mother's Day. Madam Margaret Akua, or Oshumase Anglican Church. This is from our very own James Star. James Star. Maybe. I think Steve sent me one.
Your friend no, Obapeni Janet Mensa. Nanti Jane and Nipadodo na de friend no. And never did 90 years. Auntie Jane won den one sorry corner sorry we no na dua ne wo bekona otiakonya so usini nioma at the age of 90. Oye ofiri fumesa and afi obium adehwe na wo ho ni bi. Auntie Jane me ni umani nyina sister fia na akosua na wonana nom maadwoa entwa ene obia ye ma happy birthday nyame nhira papa 90 years enye mean achievement dia e da from aka 10 na century.
Now with the 100.
Mate. Papa no pay. You're happy birthday.
Ekya Steve say yemfa happy birthday kese pan from Mrs. Ophelia Fen. Owusu. or your wife of Dr. P.K. Owusu.
Oh, okay.
From family and friends and the
Dr.
money.
Messiade.
Dr. Messiade. Dr. P.K. Owusu and Dr. Messiade. It's in a year and then birthday.
Okay.
The Mrs. Ophelia Finn Owusu. And I'll pay a happy birthday. Okay.
Kwesi. Yeah, po busiafo no nsia na ebetena ase. Ebra na so say sorry na juma aka ye de beto am so eduru sometime to champon. Any sports crew ne nso so am the sports ba beto am so. Nyame ya dom akina wo de yenkwache yen na ye sorry a ye be sign de osum adwuma no aba beto aso. Midin e de Kwesi Asieduaa. Anopa mi nua bema.
Kwesi Parker Wilson. For this morning my guest has been Chairman Rashid Inusa, NPP communication team member, and our very own Honorable Haruna Yusuf, a former MC Offenso. I'm not much now, with another edition of OBT. Kamina.